Hey everyone, it's SuperFX. So today I'm going to be making an NISC comparison video. So this will showcase the Shroomless cuts that you can do online and how much they save compared to just taking the normal route. So first off, we're starting on MKS, and this is the normal Shroom cut NISC, and I'm going to stop with the boost panel the blue panel at 12,130. And next is if you just take the normal route and you don't take the NISC, possibly you could do this just in case the NISC is blocked, and you stop at 1289. So it's around 0.7 faster. Next we have the Thwomp Ruins NISC. So you just charge an SMT and go off this ramp, and you just get the coin. And I'm gonna pass the second pillar at 9820. And this is just the normal route if you don't take the NIC, possibly because you don't want people bumping you, and if you do fail it, you actually lose quite a bit of time. And I passed the second pillar at 10,329, so it's around 0.5 faster. It's definitely worth it. Alright, so this next NIC is the Shy Guy Falls Grass Cut. Now, I would only attempt this NIC if you absolutely know how to do it consistently. If you don't know how to do it consistently, don't attempt it, because you lose a lot of time if you fail it. Now, I do it here decently, so this is what normal people would perform it online, and I get 42.232. Now I'm going to be racing that ghost, except I'm not taking the NIC. Now, if you take the NIC, you do get a box, but if you don't take the NIC, to the far left there is a double box, which is useful at times, and in some cases that may actually be the more useful route. So yeah, I gain 1.3 seconds because my lap is of 43.574. Now this next NISC is the Donut Plains 3 NISC. Now you can do this in a variety of ways. This is how I do it online. I literally just go ahead and go into the water right there and just charge an SMT and release it. And yeah, I exit the water at 14.978. And this time I'm not going to take the NISC. Now the benefits if you don't take the NIC is that you do get a couple coins right there if you need some money and charge your speed. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So my lap is 15.471, so it's around 0.5 faster. So this next NIC you should know about. It's the ramp NIC on N64 Raceway, and it's really useful and it's really easy. All you have to do is jump over the grass and go into the ramp, and I touch the boost panel at 24.702. Now, if you don't take the NIC, there is a double box in the middle, which is useful if you need protection, because if you get a double box, you automatically at least get an item that's protection in first place, and I touched the boost panel at 24.951, so it's around 0.2 faster. So I'm going to show you guys two things. This first thing is taking the middle path on the beginning of RTTC. Now, this is only possible on lap 1 and on a really good pace lap 3, so it's situational. You do get a box in the middle. So this next thing is the clock hand NIC, and you go wide and just charge an SMT or UMT and go on the clock hand. It's really situational. If you fail it, you lose a lot of time. So I'm going to show you guys that taking the middle path isn't actually that useful. You don't really gain a lot of time. The only reason you would actually go in the middle path is you can actually get two boxes if you go to the side and also get a middle box as well. Now, this next thing I'm going to show you is not taking the clock hand NIC, and if you do succeed it, you gain a lot of time, almost around 1 second, but here I gain 0.9. So this next Shroomless cut is the Dragon Driftway Shroomless cut. I said that twice, I'm sorry. So basically you charge a UMT and you hop over the gap at a certain angle. And I go on the ramp on 19.082. So the only reason people wouldn't actually take the NIC is if you fail it, you lose a lot of time. As well as people could actually bump you and ultimately ruin your angle, which is another reason why you wouldn't want to take it. So I go on the ramp on 20.640, so it's around 1.6 faster. So this next NISC is the Mute City NISC, and what you do is you hop a little early and you go ahead and trick on the little ramp right there, and you just trick again and you hop over the little gap and trick again, and I get 40.782. And here is when I don't take the NIC, and this is what it should look like if you don't take the NIC and you take the normal route. If you take the normal route, you do get a box. If you take the NIC, you don't get a box. So it is a bit risky, as well as the fact you could fail it. So it's around 1.1 seconds faster. Alright, so I'm going to showcase to you guys a different route you can take on Ice Outpost. It is slightly faster, so I'm going to show it anyway. What you do is you trick off of these two ramps, and then you go ahead and trick on these two ramps as well. It takes a bit of practice to do, and it is worth it if you know how to do it. So I get on the thing on 24.643. And so I'm going to obviously show you guys when you don't take the ramps and you just go ahead and just take it normally. And yeah, so you just go ahead and trick off the ramp. You get these 3 coins, and I go on the thing on 25.422, so it's around 0.8 faster. It's really useful. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys, since I suck, I can't do the Hyrule Circuit NISC. So I'm showing you guys my world record ghost. This is what it would look like if you do take the NISC online. I've finished the lap at 37.501. And so I'm going to show you guys when you don't take the NISC, and if you go wide, you do get a box, which is pretty useful, and you also get a double box if you go wider. And yeah, so go ahead and trick off the ramp, and I finished the lap at 38.721, so it's around 1.2 seconds faster. Alright, so on Ribbon Road, there are 2 alternate paths on this wavy section. If you don't take any of them, you do get some coins, and you ultimately have no risk in falling off, unless you suck at the game. But yeah, you get around 3 or 4 coins, depending on how far you go wide and such. And yeah, just charge the MT, and I finished the lap at 40.437. And yeah, so this is what happens if you take both NISCs. They're pretty risky. I would recommend practicing them first, making sure you don't fall off. Because if you do fall off, you lose a lot of time, especially on that second NISC. I tend to fall off at times because of bad angles. And yeah, so I just go ahead and charge the MT, and I get 39.450, so it's around 1 second faster. Alright, last but not least, I'm going to show you guys these 2 optimal strategies that you should always do online. These little gap jumps that you should always do on Big Blue, they're really easy, self-explanatory. I go after the coin panel at 43,770. Now, if you don't take this first gap thing, you lose around 0.1 or 0.2. And for some reason, if you decide to go wide, you do get a box after this trick ramp right here, but you lose a lot of time. You lose around 1.4 seconds, and it's really useful if you don't take it. Thank you very much for watching this video. Let me know if you want me to do a part 2 on this. I'll think of other NISCs I should do comparisons on, and yeah, just let me know. See ya.